Episode 1, let's go. Arrival. Venturo Delon. Venturo Delon.
Greetings, and welcome aboard the Tara 1. Please, make yourself comfortable while the captain prepares for orientation. Do not leave the hangar bay.
Understood. We got a full-on AI here, eh? I'm dropping voice. Yes, hello. Venturo Delon. Venturo Delon. Security officer. Do the accent. Roll my R's. Security officer Delon.
Greetings, welcome aboard the Tara 1. Please wait here in the hangar bay for the captain to arrive and begin orientation. Do not leave the hangar bay.
Greetings.
Oh. Greetings. Hello. Oh. Suppose we're waiting on the captain then.
Greetings,
I believe
welcome to the
Yes,
Tara
that
1.
is the case.
Please stay within the hangar bay.
Once the
while
captain is ready, he'll
prepares
be
for your
on his way.
orientation.
Orientation.
And as well get one's bearing. Ugh.
Heroes worrying I won't feel this home. Venturo Delon, Venturo Delon, Venturo Delon.
I suppose it's good to know who is the prudence aboard the ship. Feel the others are a bit late.
Apologies, I was recharging my suit. Difficult for me to move up.
It feels like it's not less late and more they are moving the personnel in small groups.
Understood.
And what do you make of this place?
Well, I get to see it yet. But seems we have quite the assortment of races here, which I guess I should expect from the UPN.
Everybody's so quiet. Morning. I guess we'll
Greetings.
probably get introductions.
I'm unsure of how to do so.
This is also true. Yeah, that's right. wonder who the captain.
I wonder what starship model this is.
It looks... well, nothing I'm familiar with.
It's definitely a
But then
nice
again,
model.
that is a lot of things.
The UPA develops things very oddly.
They do a lot of things oddly.
That's yet to be seen.
A lot of their things are very, human.
I suppose that's how
That's
you
one
would
word for it.
describe it.
The UPA does what it can with the resources that it is afforded. Unfortunately, that may mean that it's missing a few of the bells and whistles that we might be more comfortable with.
I would say the opposite. There's quite a lot of space to walk around. You could fit many more ornaments and tools.
As long as I have
Right.
a lab, that's all I care about.
Those are missiles.
Please stay within the hangar bay. While the captain
Yes.
The voice says.
I have
"Big
not
hangar."
seen them before. Only in a museum.
You've never seen missiles?
No,
I've never seen weapons.
no. I was issued a weapon, though I don't know how to use it.
You ought to learn what good is holding
Understood.
it if it doesn't do anything for you.
That's peculiar.
We do not fight.
Well, gun training
We are
sounds to be an
scientists.
issue.
Huh?
Everyone has to fight at some point.
Well, I'd much rather use this than a gun.
I suppose.
My vessel didn't have security, so the scientists were the people who had to defend the building. Or the station.
Or continue to trickle it.
Greetings.
I see.
Welcome to the Tara 1. Please stay within the hangar bay until the captain finishes preparing for your orientation.
Come now. We have plenty of space over here.
Yes, yes, don't be shy.
Because I'm certain the captain will enter through one of the doors, so... I'm sure it is better if you see him coming, instead of being surprised by from behind.
I assure you, I'm certain to be surprised either way.
Is this the kind of deal where we're supposed to salute?
That would be
So
the
we
third
didn't
way,
know if
yes.
this was like a military thing or not.
It's like a respect kind of thing, I assume.
Is there a salute that I should know, or should it be the salute of my people?
That's actually a good question. It's probably best to ask the captain.
Is that a tree?
It would appear to be, yes.
It is not a tree.
Some sort of
according to
plant being.
A tree would have more of a canopy to it, don't you think?
I think it has that in place of hair.
Odd.
That's an odd phenotype. It's one of those ginger things.
You mean a human?
Two of them.
A phenotype of human.
I thought you were commenting on the height of one of them.
That's not what phenotype
There's such a
is.
wide range of heights that I need not bother.
Indeed. Hmm.
So this is what the EPA has given me to work with. Interesting. From what the computer tells me, there's a few of you that are not present. The stragglers will be properly reprimanded later. That being said, I am Captain Geralt Harbinson of the Vlakin military. I have been put in charge of this ship, and by extension, all of you. Our task right now, assigned by the EPA, that hopefully you've all been lightly briefed on, is simple. We are to foster relations with the Koji, a race in the far-off fringes of known space. And afterwards, we're to be investigating the rest of those unknown reaches. At least what we can survey. A few ground rules, though. This might be a UPA ship, but I intend to keep it in line with military traditions. So, by extension of that, you have commanding officers of your varying departments. Officers, when I call your names, please step forward and introduce yourselves. First on my list, Science Director Paulus.
Surveyman said go up and introduce himself.
Pleasure.
Directions will pardon me. I am Paulus. I will be your Director of Science. If you are with me, I will meet you properly later. That is all.
Thank you. Next up is your Commander of Security. Believe, if I'm remembering correctly, you prefer to go by Gunch.
It is my earned name, yes. I am Yekitenchu Yalahan. But please refer to me as Gunch. Easier that way.
Next up, James Mercer.
As the captain said, I'm James Mercer, head of engineering. If you have any issues, please bring it to me. I'll delegate somebody to fix whatever it is.
finally. Our chief of medicine. Forgive me, but your name skips me right now.
It's fine. I can say it instead, since it's a little hard to say. So, for everyone that doesn't know, my name is Ifrit Rothwin, Rothwin. I can't remember my own name. So I'll be your, medical chief, other things. So, that is much to say.
Thank you. Gunch, please step behind me. All of you, these are your commanding officers. Regardless of department, these are your superiors. I expect you to treat them with the same respect you would give to me. Now, on top of that, while we're on the matter of respect, we are going into unknown territories. So, given the fact that this ship is our life, our home, our sanctuary, I expect everyone to treat her with the utmost respect, along with your fellow crewmates. We depend on each other for survival out here. Any small crack in that foundation could lead to our end. Not one of us, but all of us. So, if you have a problem with anyone, you bring it up to your superior officer, or the person you're having an issue with, superior. If you have an issue with an officer, you bring it up to a different one, or myself. And if you have an issue with me, unfortunately for you, for the time being, I'm in charge. Unless the UPA sends a different captain to pilot this vessel, you're stuck with me. But I'm willing to answer grievances in the training room, if you so desire. Now, are we all clear on that?
Sir.
Yes, Captain. Yes, Captain.
Yes, Captain.
Good. Now, for your rooms. I've tried to assign you all to different sections. Primarily, trying to avoid scientists with scientists, medical with medical. In case there's ever an emergency, we can wake up you on your off shift, and we don't have to wake up the entire crew or an entire department. Now, for your assignments, Grohl and Gunch, you two will be bunking together. Now, it looks like the engineer that I have bunking with you, Argyle, is missing. So, once they arrive, you'll be bunking with them. Next up, Palace and Ifrit. You two will be bunking together. Let's see, who's next on my list? Tali and I believe it's pronounced Tashir. Forgive me, my accent is a little funky at times. And forgive me, what's your name again?
Chiptilus Durang. Dr. Chiptilus Durang. You may call me Chip.
Chip, you're bunking with Rao. Who are you in the middle, with the white hat? I don't believe I saw your name on the roster, or it was added at the last minute.
Yes, Matt Lancer Pierce, sir. Researcher.
Very well, researcher, here. You'll be bunking with Chief of Engineering Mercer here.
Understood.
Let me see. What was your name again? With the red hair.
Dallas.
I'm sorry?
Dallas.
Dallas. And forgive me again. My memory is not the best.
Venturo Delon.
Thank you for reminding me, Archer. But Delon and Dallas, you'll be bunking together. And I'm looking for one of our other security members because they'll be bunking with you. I know that they tend to hide. But Archer, once they arrive, you'll be bunking with them. Let's see here. Jasper. You'll be bunking with the Laura over there. And then where are you? Chef, you'll be bunking with Akira.
Oh no.
And unfortunately, we have one room that is... Actually, wait a minute. I'm forgetting something. Mir, your roommate is yet to arrive. So, once again, once they do, you'll be bunking with them.
Understood.
With that, I have nothing further. Go. Explore the ship, get yourselves acclimatized, and get to your stations, and familiarize yourself with them. You'll be departing soon. All dismissed.
Captain.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Captain, a word.
Big, I didn't hear you.
Of course.
Stealthy.
Of course, the first thing I do is make a fool of myself in front of the captain.
I am quiet sometimes.
I don't know what he's doing. It's so far away.
Who is the head of security?
Is this that one?
Yakitechu Yalahan.
Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't catch the name.
Venturo Delon. Just call me Ben.
Pleasure. Pleasure to meet you.
Dallas, was it?
Yep. Are you you top bunk guy? Lower bunk guy? I don't know how the layouts go yet.
It doesn't matter to me.
Alright. Well, a member of security? Good. I feel safer already. Bunked with a member of you guys. Well,
Also means that if there is intruders that break the hull, that means we're gonna be the two to wake up.
fair. Well, I think it's a first come, first serve with the rooms, I guess. You wanna go claim one already?
I need to first stop by the security office to drop off my equipment. I do not wish to walk around with a rifle.
Every ship does it differently.
Fair. Well,
Do you wish to come with me?
Privilege of doing that. I'll go find our room. How about that? And then I'm probably going to go get reacquainted with my department, I guess. So.
Understood. Sounds
If I
fine
find
to
it,
me.
I'll let you know which one it is. Yeah.
And maybe once you have found it, we'll rock, paper, scissors with that punk.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Medic works with planks.
be missing this. I prefer it in the outreach. In the end, what is the point of living in comfort when you are used to combat? Así, entonces voy a cuartos. Control room. Ah. Here we go.
Someone's here nice and early.
I need to stop to drop off my equipment after all. If you do not mind, I will be claiming this one.
By all means, pick your favorite.
Do without some of this for now.
That's better.
Battery is alright. Good. Going to keep that on hand. Commander Crunch?
Oh yes, I neglected to ask even your name.
Venturo Delon. Feel free to call me then.
Very well, Den.
Then, V.
D.
Short for the Venturo.
Duh. Oh, Vin. Vin?
V-E-N. Then.
Ven. I thought it was Den. Ven, very well. And another, I see. Go on, introduce yourself.
Oh, I am Tissue, and also I am told by legal purposes I must present this to help with introductions and things.
I see. Very good.
Like I said to Commander, Venturo Delon, call me then.
Understood.
Good best to have the both of you on the team, though I do not believe this is our entire crew, as it were. I'd have to look closer at the dossier, but I believe there's anywhere between 2 and 3 more.
Captain did say that there was another that would appear at some point.
Indeed, someone has not arrived yet. Late, that are. Regardless, when the chance allows itself, I would like to have the security team meet here so we may discuss, well, strategy, to a degree. Things we all need to know as we are to keep the peace and keep the ship safe, as it were.
Should we...
You know. Oh.
Would you like me to alter the designation for you to Gunch?
Yes, that would be useful, computer. Yaketenshu has proved to be a mouthful for some. Oh, and another, good.
Update. The security member that is still absent from the ship has yet to arrive. I will give you a warning when they enter. As well, if you find that anything is missing from the inventory before we depart from the station, make certain that you inform me before we decouple, or else I will not be able to requisition the appropriate gear.
Very well, computer. We will ensure to inventory things when the time comes.
Yes, we'll take
But I
some
digress.
stock before we head out.
Indeed. Who would want to be missing important things like ammunition, weapons,
Your armor.
ordnance, as it were. Armor, most especially. But
Well, if you
I
wish
did not
to-
hear your name yet.
Ah, yes, apologies. The name is Argyle Cross.
Argyle. Good to have you.
And I believe the captain had already introduced yourself. Commander Gunch, is it?
Commander, Chief, Putakai. Not that I really hold that title any longer. However you want to refer to me. Chief
I
does have a
see.
nice ring to it.
Understood? Venturo Delon?
I was able to,
Call me then.
Officer Delon. And you?
Here.
Ah, Tashir. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yes, good. Did you see where
Fortunately.
the large one, the one that was shaped like a tree log?
I have not seen them aboard the ship yet. I believe they were in the hangar at one point. Not our hangar, but just before we boarded. Sure they'll be around.
I did see them on the ship
Captain
before.
has given me some additional homework.
Additional homework?
Dossier. Of everyone aboard the ship. Doing a thorough analysis and reporting back to you, Commander.
Saves me the work. Very well. Get to it when you can. I will save the spiel for when we actually decide to step off.
What's in here? It's not. The room's not labeled.
This is security. Is it not labeled?
No, everywhere else is, but this one isn't.
Well, this is security. You can tell by the armory and an ordnance in the corner. And the prison cell, as it were.
What do we have a prison cell for?
For when people cause problems. What else?
I didn't know we were expecting that. I won't be on
You'd bet not. We are traveling into the far reaches of space. There's no telling what could happen to the crew. There's no telling that some of the crew already have bad intentions that they are not making clear. You should anticipate such eventuality.
I hope they were vetted.
Yes, I hope so too, but we'll be doing a thorough analysis and ensuring that everybody aboard this vessel is honest. So that
good to
everybody
know.
aboard this vessel can be ensured their safety.
The middle camera is the one right outside.
Yeah,
is
that
actually
hasn't
our job.
already happened yet. That would make me feel better. Yeah.
UPA
Or the
has its
UPC
own
is the
vetting processes.
UPA. That's what they're called.
However,
Better to be thorough.
Okay. I just wanted to know why we had so many guns. I think my question was answered.
is there something that I can help you with?
No, I think I'm good. Thanks.
All right. And be on your way. Right then.
Chief, should we adjust our radios into the security frequency? Thus that when you are aware that everyone is around, you can contact all of us and gather us easily, much easier.
I say once we properly get off this station, we'll adjust our radios accordingly. For now, it's best we stay on the general channel so that we all know when the ship is actually going. So that we keep points of our time.
True.
But as soon as we step off, switch to that frequency. So we can all stay in touch.
Roger.
Now then, while you are going over that dossier, I would like to task you on taking inventory. There should be a list of everything that should be in there. Double check it, make sure everything is there in place, not a single bit missing. If anything is missing, you tell me or you tell the computer.
Understood. I'll get on that.
As for you, if you would check the systems, monitors, cameras, just about any of the systems that are relevant to us, ensure they are working correctly. No broken wires, glitches, the like.
Officer Delon,
Yes?
while you're in the hangar, did anybody stand out to you as a potential problem in the future?
Hmm.
Keep myself busy.
I am the one who keeps such thoughts when I can truly understand people. They have been chosen for this mission, thus I trust they have been chosen to be fitting for the job. Any issues, we will find out. But at that point, I hope they are not issues that will stop our missions.
Yes, let us hope. After all, we'll be stuck on this vessel for quite a while, I fear. Hopefully we can trust everyone without issue. Yes.
For legal reasons, I have to share this with anyone that I also work with. So, it is noted down and everything.
I see. It will be an honor to work with you. See no issue in this. Hello.
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 This is security office. We're currently looking over everything. Venturo Delon. Feel free to call me then.
Dr. Tally is what you can refer to me as. It is the best translation I could find. Did my equipment arrive here?
What was your name? Archer. I don't believe your equipment would have arrived in security. Is there something specific you're looking for?
I am looking for my... well... I came from home with a... weapon and one of my scanners.
Ah. The UPA may have confiscated those weapons and put them in here then. I'd ask the captain.
This looks like security.
I only asked for the scanner as it would assist me.
Oh dear. Give me one moment. It appears my eyes have gone black. There we are.
Oh, I see.
They have returned.
Well, I would ask for the scanner as I am not aware of what everything aboard this ship is. The scanner would assist me.
Let me confirm with the captain and ensure that all of the items were delivered where they should have been. Your scanner should not have arrived here in security.
I see.
But I will verify.
Of course. Thank you. Tashir.
Yeah?
Would you like to pick out a abode?
Sure. I can do that really quick, yeah.
I have no preference.
Good day.
Hello. Nice to meet you. I'm Venturo Delon. Just call me then.
I am sorry, will you say your name again?
Venturo Delon.
Venturo. Rawl.
Or just Ven, if you wish. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
I assume you're part of security?
Yes.
Interesting. I will then look forward to working with you. I assume, in the worst case scenarios, if we are to be ambushed, the two of us will be ready to be in the front lines if required.
I shall be ready. Have you seen Gunch? He wanted to talk to all of us.
Just outside. He said, Tony.
Speak of the devil. You found your way to security. I did. Good. When the others I had a quick job. Oh. I had a quick stop with the chef. So. Grabbing a bite to eat, are you? Yes. Well, important to keep up your strength. Hope the chef actually cooks something good and not the normal slop they serve on shuttles. It was not as bad as I expected it to be. Good. Let's hope that trend continues. Are you in need of something?
Yes. Well, not directly. We're roommates. I already picked us out a room.
I am Rawl.
I'm Chipdalis Furang. You may call me Chip.
Chip, it is a pleasure.
Pleasure's all mine.
Is there an identifier for our room?
It is red 2 right down there.
Red 2.
Closest to security and to science.
I do hope you like snoring. I was inventory coming along.
I seem to have a decent amount of both ballistic weaponry and energy weapon batteries. We have a few chargeable stun cartridges, mostly as I have personally requested them, as both my sidearm and my melee implement are both made for stun. Both for the ability to charge the cartridges, but also the just simple use of inside the ship. For the weaponry, we have singular amounts of some of our heavy caliber weaponries in case of massive requirement in the fringe space, I assume. And a number of sidearms, I assume, to be distributed to crew in a moment of security breach inside the ship.
Should we need to raise a militia, I assure you we will have a contingency for arming the people.
Yes, for those who have not brought their own sidearms or even main weaponry.
Indeed.
And in case anyone is curious, the third one from the right is mine. I've already stuffed my EDA suit and my weapons there.
Good, good. What is the policy on guns on the ship? Well, if I remember correctly, UPA policy is that people that are not authorized to are not supposed to carry them.
I'm Dallas.
Though, given that we're going into unknown territory, as it would, I would kind of prefer everyone keep their weapons on them.
You as well.
I don't
I would
expect
agree.
them to
I'm very unfamiliar
try
with
and.
your species.
I don't expect science to try and take the ship or something. Annex
I
it,
would
as
like
it
to
were.
see the nerds try.
Yeah, exactly. My thoughts. No, it wouldn't happen. I will talk to the captain about it.
Red 3 down the down the stairs. That's our room.
Understood. Thank you very much, Dallas.
You're welcome.
I am in red too. I hope you like snoring.
I would assume I assume the
That's one reason why I came over here.
sleeping quarters will be well stopped from sound.
One would hope.
Perhaps.
It is an exploration vessel.
What? I can't hear you through the glass.
Well, there you go.
Hold on.
Alright, well that is good to know for future thing. People cannot hear us from here unless they are at the doorway. As it should be.
Wow. That is good occlusion.
Yes, I mean it would be bad for morale if they could hear us crunching bones of prisoners we are interrogating. If the possibility happens.
I wish to interrogate some prisoners.
Well, hopefully we don't
One
need
of our
to.
crewmates is already seeing things. That bodes well.
That is sound like something we should bring up with the science, yes?
Perhaps. Or medical. I imagine it's the stress of traveling into deep space far from any help.
Right, not everyone
That's
is
getting to them.
ready with the idea. Some people
Weak-minded like.
yes, some people join the military and upon realizing that they are about to leave on a vessel that is going to face combat, and thus there's a possibility you will never face combat, your ship will just get destroyed and you will be killed without a second attempt at anything of yourself. Some cannot handle that.
Oh, the computer's speaking to me again. Yes, computer.
Your missing security member has just entered the airlock.
Oh, good. Computer, could you direct them here?
I will do so.
Oh, that's here.
Good.
Is this all of us
Once
then?
once our missing member gets here, that will be all of us. And then I would speak to you all.
Understood.
Okay.
Very well.
While we're at it, actually, I think now would be a good time to adjust your radios, as it were.
Understood.
Understood. How do I address my radio?
Understood.
Oh, wait. Just kidding, I do not know.
Oh my. There we go. Good. How's the dossier going? Anything suspicious?
Well, to be frank, I haven't started the research on the dossier just yet. I had planned on doing that over the night.
Ah, I see.
Currently trying to familiarize myself with some of the individuals aboard the vessel. Get a feeling for them. Try to understand them.
That's a good first step, I suppose, before you start digging into them.
Once we have our talk, I will do the same myself. I came here directly. I did not wish to walk around the ship in my armor the whole time.
Fair enough. I do recommend you all get familiar with the rest of the crew, though. Yes. I think them knowing us would better persuade them to listen should the event come that they would have to answer to us. Danger, crisis, the like.
It is also important for them to know who to stop to if there is an issue. If they do not know who the security officers are, then it will be more chaotic when they try to find us.
I will make them my best friend.
Oh, and I do believe this is our missing security member. Care to introduce yourself?
I am known as Servant.
Servant. An odd name, but... And again, just about everybody I meet ever since I've left home has been odd, so... Not so far-fetched. Welcome aboard. Now then, now that I have you all here, just a few things to note as we step off into the unknown and all that. I trust that you are all very capable of performing your duties without me directly managing you, telling you exactly what to do at every time. You got this job because you're competent, that is. So I trust that you all will use your best judgment as you go through your duties. However, come a time that we find ourselves in crisis, under attack, or in danger by any means, well, I trust you all to take care of yourselves and use your judgment in those situations. Should I give orders, should I command something of you, I would ask that you listen. Back on my home planet, as it were, something of a tactician. Should one piece of that very delicate puzzle I'm trying to assemble fall out, the whole plan could fall out. Think for yourselves, but heed my words when I say them. Capiche?
Yes, Commander.
Understood, sir.
Sir.
Good. Good. That was the important note I had to give, really. Other than that, with the systems well in check, dossier planned for later, and the inventory coming along nicely, I took it upon myself of inventorying the hangar and the ordnance inside. Everything is accounted for from what I saw. Other than that, suppose now is a good time to go familiarize yourself with the ship, the crew, where everything is.
I have a few questions, sir.
Shoot.
Are civilians allowed to carry firearms?
If it ends up being up to me, yes. I will have a discussion with the captain about that. I will radio you all a answer to that question.
I would agree with you. It is an exploration vessel. The chances of us being boarded are high.
Indeed. I would have a right and proper militia and not a bunch of scampering civilians. Perhaps a time may come where we might be able to train them, should danger become that prevalent, but there's no guarantee whether or not it will. Hell, this might be.
Do we have a shooting range?
There is a training area on the upper floors. I'm pretty sure it has accommodations for firearms.
Very good.
But mind yourself, I'm pretty sure from the map says it lies near the reactor. So keep the shooting in the room.
Tessia, you had a question?
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah. If we do or if the captain does let, more civilians carry around firearms and stuff like that, would it be a good idea to teach them gun safety? Because I just had to tell the chef to keep his firearm on his back because he kept pointing it at people.
He did when I was in there as well.
I think that's a fine idea. I think that is a very fine idea.
He does not know gun safety.
When we have the spare time, I think it would be good to round up groups and teach them how to correctly use these weapons. As it seems not everybody here is familiar with war, combat, danger even. Some might have lived very cushy lives. So we should ensure they are ready for the worst case scenario, should it come.
I have lived the opposite.
As a note, though, we are a security team. Technically, not a force of war. At least, hopefully not against their own civilians. Should any of the crew members prove troublesome for whatever means, by no means are you to use lethal force on any of them. Even if they are threatening your life with lethal force, if you can avoid it, do not meet it with such. Incapacitate them, stun them, whatever you have to do. But avoid killing them if you would, unless you are given no other option. In other words, keep your ballistic firearms holstered against your own people. Yes?
Yes, Commander.
Good.
Yes, Commander. One point to note.
The captain has deemed it appropriate for individuals to come by security if they're missing anything.
Yes. We're going to function as a lost and found. But fair. It is good that we keep track of everything, everyone's possessions, everything on the ship. Things going missing is a concern to us indeed. Could have been stolen, you never know.
That is all.
I do believe that is all that I have to say. Like I was saying, you are all free to get familiar with the ship, the crew. I will be doing the same. And once we, well, decide to step off, I suppose we'll meet back here. You're all dismissed.
Who do I get my computer password from?
I believe you'd have to speak with IT about that. Probably science.
Okay. I shall check out my room first. And then deal with nerds.
I will go have a word with the chef. Make sure he locks that thing down if he's waving it around at people.
Plan on just making a simple patrol around and seeing who I find. Perhaps we should stop by medical first. After all, if the worst should happen, medical may be our best friend.
Indeed.
Pardon?
Seems everybody's checking out medbay right now.
Science is team building while getting a biological data scan.
I see.
Well, that's good.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, that's
there's quite a few of us, yes, isn't it?
Might be a good idea to do.
I know, there's a process to it.
I see. We have a proper, we have a proper meeting room if we are ever needed for more general talks.
Out there.
I guess I'll be the one doing it.
On their way.
Could be helpful.
Well, someone needs their login.
Login? Sounds like a Dallas problem.
Hydroponics.
I'm surprised they have brought so much.
Okay, so I had to ask the head of science
If all of this greenery is meant to just be food consumption, or if it is meant to resupply the oxygen on this ship.
Or are we expected to find a possible worlds that might be able to hold the plant life alive and help it grow.
It's not in the initial mission support, but you may be right. Perhaps the UPA has other ideas to do with all this vegetation.
The fringe worlds can be of various states. Who knows, maybe we will find one in state that is unlivable but yet stable enough for growth. Enough to leave seeds, as you could call them, for future terraforming.
Additionally, we could be used for, what is the term? Humanitarian aid. If we encounter another rim system that is in danger and needs food, we'll be able to provide it.
And in more than just the average recreational food that we can just manufacture in the ship.
Believe me, there are many out there who would die to have a stable source of food.
I've seen it. Have a fight go long enough.
Yes, the fight go long enough, or world conquered, world destroyed. The galaxy is filled with stories such as this. Wonder what we will encounter. Officer Delon, it should be no surprise to you that my operations aboard this vessel are... Although security is my primary concern in ensuring the safety of everyone, my functionality is more intelligence.
Understood. I will... I am... As I said myself, I will be focusing on heavy weaponry usage. I will be the one whose expertise will be called upon if higher weapon power is required on the field, on the inventory. At base case scenario, my expertise will not be needed.
Seems we've come full circle. Wonder if medical is done speaking with science. That was awfully...
I was going to look over. I was going to check the elevator myself.
As you were.
I do not believe anyone has taken these rooms. But at the same time, who would wish to be in such a land? Good. Good. Things are working perfectly. If I remember right, he said number 3. Yes. Yes, because the large one was number 2. It's going to take me a while to learn everyone's names, of course.
It turns out that, much as me and the captain think that they should be keeping their weapons, UPA sees otherwise. So we will be complying with their...
It's not a weapon. If you just pass it back for just 1 second.
You're right. It doesn't have to be a weapon. Gunch is going to, like, open up panels, start tinkering with it to essentially try and disable it from being any amount of lethal.
Hey, I've got that stick just how I need it.
Oh dear.
Nope, hold on.
I can cook rice at 400 meters.
You will be cooking rice from a nice close 2 or 3 meters, I think is more applicable.
It's not a weapon.
Not anymore, it's not. But, should the situation arise that you need to use it as such, when you do come to security for an emergency...
It's not a weapon.
Oh.
It's for cooking.
Does it...
Mixing.
Does it spin?
It's a manual whisk.
Oh. You could... Never mind. Its lethality is disabled. You shouldn't...
whoa, were you just about to tell me how to get an electric whisk? I thought that apparatus that good for me.
Oh my god, he actually gave him a freaking microwave. Season 0. It haunts us all.
Need to be close. That'll be it too.
Chief?
I'm assuming you overheard.
Yes.
We had to be confiscating weapons.
As by UPA standards.
Indeed. If you would, I would like you to go and begin that process and bring them into the armory. That they are kept on a lock and key. I am going to radio the rest to inform them that that is the case.
We might need to ask the engineering if we don't already have some sort of secure locked containers in the other departments where they might have their own weaponry stashed in case of an emergency, at which point the AI will unlock those locks in case of need. But that is to be seen then.
We'll have to see if we can make such a thing work, and if that it fits in UPA policy. At the very least, we can have a emergency pistol or something. But I think proper higher caliber weapons should be kept locked up for now. Lest we get the captain in trouble, or lest I get in trouble with the UPA, and I hate bureaucracy. Nothing says bureaucracy like being reprimanded or written up.
Well, as long as we follow the rulings, that won't happen.
Indeed. Security, this is Gunch on our frequency. Just a note that the policy for weapons on this ship is that all the weapons are to be confiscated from crew members until a situation where they are required arises.
I think the security.
Do begin
Yes,
that process
Venturo
of taking
Delon,
them and
call
bringing
me
them
then.
to the armory when you're able.
I'm sorry to have to ask you, but does any of you currently carry a weaponry with you?
My weapon was already taken from me before I joined the ship. I believe you already have it.
In case...
My stuff's in my room.
Mine was as well.
Mine's in transit.
This is a scanner.
As has been now... Of course, the scanner is tool, but the captain and the head of security have gone through. We shall follow the UPA standard. Civilians are not to carry firearms of higher calibers on them. If you have any what can be considered properly weapons, just bring them to the security room and we shall put them in proper storage. They will be given if the need comes, but it is our job as security to make sure that that doesn't come.
Would you call ray cells high caliber?
If it is able to do significant damage to a person, then yes.
I mean, it like fucking cooks your insides from the inside out. Is that significant damage?
Yes.
Yeah, that's significant.
I believe that would qualify. Yes.
Oh, I do have another thing.
If it's not considered a tool and it's considered a weapon where you come from, it's probably a weapon.
I do have a weapon that I would consider a tool.
And that is?
It's a flame unit.
A flame unit.
I mean, that's a harsh term for it, but you know, it's yeah.
Well, how big are we talking about with this flame?
I mean, it's, you know,
what is this?
A good size. What?
So why is this a tool?
Don't.
Is the question.
Do you smoke?
It's for protection, you know, or if it's for like, you know, what's the word? I know the word. What is it?
We have security.
Well, I mean, like off-planet, or like, you know, like.
Well, of course.
If we have something in a box and the thing in the box gets really violent,
it's a very
you know,
dangerous.
it'll sterilize the box and take care of the threat.
If we are allowed tools, then why has your head of security massacred my boy?
Because do not point it. Do not point it at another person. And it is because a tool does not require 400-meter range.
Oh, it's not a weapon. It's not a weapon.
The head researcher's saying not to draw weapons in the lab.
Oh, it's not a weapon. You see, look, it's a cooking apparatus. See, look.
The head of security has already made it so that the weapon's range only goes for a few meters.
Tools. This is a tool.
It has now been made into a tool by lower distance.
Yes.
Do not still avoid pointing it at.
Please
yeah.
avoid pointing it at people.
It's like
I can make anything. I'm a chef.
Plasma cutters. You can overclock them and they quickly become a weapon.
And if we learn of someone using a overclocked tool for that sort of thing outside of a danger situation, we will confiscate it, and you will be reprimanded.
I see.
Understood. Okay, is a knife considered a weapon?
Yes, but it is also a tool.
What? Yeah, it's a tool.
Knives are for cooking only.
Any tools you have, use appropriately for what you.
If you're found using tools as weapons, you will be reprimanded.
Okay.
Correct.
That's easy. I have something that could be considered a knife, but could be considered a tool.
Any weapon you plan to use as a weapon, or any tool you plan to use as a weapon, you should probably hand it.
If you are to be sent to somewhere
Why
where you
does he want
might
to keep
need
his
them as weapons,
flamethrower?
he is not. I'm going to ask him
It's not a
to
flamethrower.
return
It's,
it.
it's a flame unit. It's for like
Well, this
sterilization.
isn't a
and-
weapon. Mine's for cooking rice at 400 meters. Not anymore, though.
Yes, because that's such a range is not required on the ship.
Security, please come report to
Oh, are you
the
a chef?
security room. The head of medical would prefer we all get scanned.
Now, excuse us. I'm sorry to stop this conversation here, but we have been called. Have a good day.
That reminds me, everyone make sure you're on the right comms.
Let us go, Tashir.
Oh,
Let me check my channel.
I didn't even know we had them.
Got there.
You are
Please.
quick at your feet, Tashir.
Sorry, I'm still getting used to these cybernetics.
Right, that's it. Thank you.
Good.
Doesn't matter who goes first. Alright.
Naturally, once you're scanned, you're dismissed to carry on. Better
Uh,
we get everyone
I was talking with
done.
yes, I was talking with the people in the hydroponics about your thing. It seems one of the engineers has a flame unit that they wish to give.
A flame unit.
Yes, it seems to be a short-range flame weaponry. Obviously, their use for it is sterilization, but obviously with such an item, it could easily be used for things. Thus, I think it would be better to lock it and have it be requested use.
So that he has, I believe, a baseline.
This weapon, is it commonly used as a tool for the engineers?
Oh, you have something questionable happening with you, but I can't.
Well, that is the question, isn't it?
Whoa, you kinda... Is it hot here?
If the way I see it, and the way I would tell a UPA officer, is that it is a tool, not a weapon. Whether it's used for a weapon, really anything could be a weapon. I could beat you to a pulp in the chair you're sitting in. To take everything that could reasonably be a weapon would be ridiculous.
Operation...
Ballistics, laser weapons. Hell, let them keep their knives and whatnot. All I care about are the things that kill quickly.
Kill quickly, kill at range. That's why you got it the Chief's weapons range capability, yes?
Cybernetics.
I still do not believe, understand why you would require a 400-meter cooking.
Okay.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Fully prepared for departure, and we'll be doing so shortly. The pilot, if you see them, should go to the bridge.
I believe they were at Hydroponics, if that's who I think it is.
Well, if we're taking off soon, then I will see myself to the bridge.
Yes.
Understood.
You all finalize your
usually need, like, I
preparations.
don't know.
Make your peace with not coming home for a while.
Yeah,
We can run off acid power if needed. But there's
May
nothing
that
we
be
need.
stowed by step aboard the ship, Commander.
Okay, well, you seem to be healthy, so... Anyways.
I'm functional.
Alright, that was... Hi.
Hello?
You have any cybernetics on you or implants that I should know about before scanning you?
I have my right hand.
Alright.
As you can tell, it is complete cybernetic.
What?
Yep, that's mine.
A scanner! You seem to be healthy? Alright, thank you. I know, I heard what the AI said, and I'm angry.
Wait, what?
We are ready
Did
to
you not hear what
depart
you said?
soon.
No, I didn't hear it because unfortunately I wasn't within range. What?
The ship is soon to leave the station.
But is there any implant that you have in you?
General with both legs, both arms, my tail, and a bit of my spinal column. other implants.
Alright, I see.
Oh dear.
Is there anything specific you would need?
I
don't know if you got her or something.
I'm tired. Elaborate? Don't move around.
I don't know. Like, if you were a cyborg, you would need some screws. If you were, like, a vagina creature, you would need to, like, get a lot. I don't know. I'm just asking.
That's fair. Yeah, if you suggest sitting being in one place.
We are departing soon. Do you know where the bridge is?
I believe the bridge is all the way at the end here.
Do you not want to watch from the bridge?
I can see from here too. That's why I moved here.
It is our maiden voyage. Do not listen to me. You do you.
Take a recording of the front and I'll take a recording of this and then we can share.
I understand.
Do you remember where we're supposed to be gathering? If we were supposed to be gathering somewhere? I'm confused on what's happening now.
I assume some people are wishing to see us leave from the bridge. I'm going to wait here and see us leave from this window.
I see. Do you mind if I join?
I mean, I'm not stopping you.
Okay. It's common to just ask. Mostly because I don't think I'm fully, like, allowed in the bridge right now, so, yeah.
Yeah? Are you some of your cybernetics? Is it some sort of issue with your cybernetics interfering with the equipment?
Oh, no, it's a legal issue.
Let's see.
Part of contract, I'm only designated to go into certain areas. There are some areas that I am not allowed to go into out of fear that I may cause a breakage, or I may break something, or something catches on fire. You know, collateral damage precautions. Yeah.
Hello. I have an introduced self. Name Valora. I am one of your medical.
Greetings. Venturo Delon. You can call me just Ven.
When?
Name's pronounced Bashir, but I have to present this.
Tash. Nickname Tash.
Tash. I guess it works.
Don't want to step on your tail.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's near solid metal.
Still, I imagine if it gets yanked a certain way, I don't think it's gonna be nice.
I don't feel anything.
It's still attached to you. Somebody steps on it wrong, you're gonna still get pulled down.
Sorry for interrupting conversation. Leave you to it.
You're fine. There we go.
Attention crew. The ship is prepared for departure. Please be prepared for jump.
Oh boy. Yeah, but legal reason stuff and all in certain rooms like the bridge and the engine room.
I
Or
see.
the reactor.
Understood. I will make sure to remember that if we ever have a situation in those rooms.
I think there's a clause that if it is in necessary action or I am given permission by my supervisor or higher, and I can be in
Oh,
that room, kind of the same
we're
with
leaving.
guns. Oh. Oh. Oh.
And then there goes the most civilized place you will be in the next who knows how long.
Oh. That was the last bit of space we'll see for a while.
We will be going to the fringe space. It's going to be questionable on what sort of civilizations and outposts we will find.
Yeah.
But well, there was barely any kick on that leaving, thus seems to ship it at least in good order.
Yeah. It's an expensive ship. It's gotta be, like, really well secure. Especially if it's provided by the...
UPA.
By the company. UPA. Thank you. That didn't confuse me.
I will not call it a company since companies are lower than the UPA. The UPA is above them.
It's a technical company. It pays you for your services of doing the things, but it is a very positive one.
Well, it is also an alliance of multiple races.
How about that?
Organization, yes. Organization of multiple races working together for mutual benefit. Just like how we all are now here for mutual benefit of our survival. Right, I did speak of this with Argyle, but I did mention to him my specialty is heavy weaponry. So what will be your specialty?
Oh, that's actually really easy to explain. Kind of a thing. My specialty is explosives.
Ah, I see. That will definitely become very useful in situations. A good explosion is underappreciated in some situations. An easy way to separate peoples. But yes, I understand the downside is it's not really something you can use inside the ship.
Yeah, there's also the downside of, you can,
Well, since you were still hired for this job and with that specialty, so I trust your capability with them.
I was only arrested because of an accident. Anyways.
Head of engineering. Since we had a smooth lift-off.
What's that?
It seems we have a smooth takeoff.
Well, if we didn't, we'd all be dead.
That is quite the extreme other option. I will think the normal failure would have just meant that we did not go anywhere and will just be floating in space, going nowhere.
No. Very much quite the opposite. We'd all be dead.
Well, we're not. It's as technology is working as it should.
Yes. Something else I can help you with?
No, I believe you have your tools. If any of your people are not in the know already, we follow the UPA standards. Civilians are not to carry weaponry. This is mostly the...
I'm well aware.
Yes. Non-tools, large range weaponry. Most melee implements can still be considered tools. Thus, we can approve those. But I will let you continue on your work.
Alright then. You don't mind me asking, what room are you staying in?
I believe my roommate was Dallas. He seems to have chosen I believe it was Red 3? Because the larger one had 2. Or was it the other way around? I need to double check with him. Since at the same time as I heard the number 2, I also heard the number 3 because the larger, I believe they're Krogan, was getting our the room next to us.
It's number 3. He did tell me.
The Krogan has number 3? Or does?
No, you have number 3, I believe.
Ah.
I might be mistaken. I'd double check with Dallas.
Understood. And they're over there. Good.
You'll excuse me, I'm gonna head down the reactor. Make sure it's running smooth.
Of course. Oh.
Head of engineering?
Which way is it to medical?
That way, but let me ask you, which was your room?
That's correct.
Thought so.
I believe it was 2, maybe 3. Shit.
See, that
I
is
shall
the...
check with Chip.
Yes, that is the issue I had. I need to ask with Dallas. Captain on deck.
I finished my maintenance for the day.
Captain.
Oh, you're right there. I was looking past you,
Oh,
sorry.
alright.
If you'll excuse me, I need to get scanned.
Is there a problem?
Yeah, I was just about to ask you about that.
Equipment malfunction.
Of course you were.
Small one. We can get it repaired.
Lead the way.
If you'll show me to, like.
Well, I mean, we could just do it on the spot. It doesn't have to be on medical. Just maybe not in the way of everyone. That's about it.
In front of everybody, you are going to scan me.
Peachy. It's just a scan. It's nothing big.
Take off the gold one.
Have you seen Dallas by any chance? The red-haired one.
He's in
I have no idea.
Hydroponics? Ah, thank you.
currently in a meeting.
Ah.
About
Well,
what I-
Alright, well then I'll wait here since this is a pretty close spot for both. But, I don't think I saw you earlier.
Would you, I was like, but Natalia.
Venturo Delon, just call me then. I'm part of the security.
What brings you into this?
I'm here because I believe it is my duty. I spent my life protecting people, I will continue to do so. I'm sorry I'm having trouble hearing you. Maybe we should face an it's a different direction.
Yes. Give me 1 sec. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I asked if you like or well, the other ones.
Say again.
PA.
I'm sorry. You seem to be having with an issue every time you try to speak in a local term. I'm not hearing anything you say.
It's all good. Another time. Way too headachy right now.
People keep on hearing other people yawn.
Indeed.
Well, up. Hello, Venturo Delon of the security team. Just tell me then.
Venturo? Did I hear that correctly?
Just call me then for short, if it's easier.
Might be a little easier for a little bit.
Nice to meet. Meyer.
Meyer, understand? Good to meet you. And
Akira.
Oh no.
Which department are you to?
Medical.
I see. Miss Mira, sadly, we follow the UPA's dictation here. Range weaponry or weapons that things that could be considered weapons and not tools in any way will need to be confiscated and kept under lock and key unless there is emergency. And unless I'm seeing wrong, yes, and unless I'm seeing it wrong, I see what could be considered a pistol at your right.
You are saying correct. Where should I leave weapons?
I can take it for you and put it in the security. I'm possibly speaking with the head of security to see if we can make locked compartments for the different departments, which can be the AI can unlock in case of emergency, so that you have your weapons stored in your own department in case it is required.
Okay. So,
in
yeah, I guess
case.
I'll carry mine as well.
Yes.
What the heck is this?
It is a weapon.
It's a handgun.
Also,
That's crazy. The knife was like
The knife can be
4,000 meters long.
That was not 4,000 meters long.
You could have fooled me.
You
That
are
was
free to
crazy.
keep that. That can be still considered a cool tool. Just do not use it for
outrageous.
attacks, obviously. Otherwise, if you are found to use it in
Are you medical? What are you using that
bad
for?
Yes.
for any bad reasons, we will
It's-
confiscate
okay,
them, obviously.
Look, we were taught
a
basic,
deterrent?
like... No,
Basic?
It was basic defense stuff, so I kind of know a little bit
Gun
hand in hand. I know how to
Yes.
fire a gun.
in
No gun
storage
safety.
ship.
That's literally it.
With my stuff have Trident,
That was crazy.
A trident.
just so you're aware.
Yes, I have a license for that back
A
home.
trident is hard to call just a
Back
tool.
home.
Yeah, you big.
No, I got a license technically that.
Do you have it
just
stored
for
somewhere?
back
For
home. If
security
I need to like
purposes.
handle a gun, I have
It
to go
is,
license, let's say like in another
in
place that
storage
requires
with
their
rest
personal
of,
gun license. Because some places don't do that.
personal stuff.
I've never handled a gun before.
Can grab real quick and
Could
go.
have fooled me considering how often I've been
Yes,
doing that at
that
everybody else.
won't be
Don't
preferred.
pull it out.
Oh, that's not.
Do
That's
not-
not a gun. It's not a gun.
Looks like
Hey, have
one.
you unpacked?
That is a firearm.
Okay. It's not a firearm. It is a cookie.
It is. Its range has been gutted. It cannot fire past a few meters. If you use it for anything other than cooking, we will confiscate it.
Why would I use it for anything other than cooking? That doesn't make sense.
Yes. I appreciate this. I will make certain that it is marked as yours. And in case something happens, you'll be able to take it. Or if we are sent you to a away mission, you will be giving it for self-defense reasons. Thank you for cooperating.
Just careful. Skills are delicate.
They might be cryogenic tanks. I'm uncertain.
That was my
Oh.
first guess, but
Oh, the head of security. I told them about your flame implement. He believes it could be considered a tool.
Flame
as
unit, it's a
yes,
tool.
the flame unit. Yes, we will consider it a tool, for it is primarily used by you and the other engineers for tool use. If we ever learn of you using it for anything other than tool outside of an emergency, then we might end up confiscating
it's
it.
for
But that just
research.
makes sense. Yes, I understand. Just understand, if it ever gets misused,
you keep it
then it yes. Only
Yeah.
if it's misused
I'm not
purposely.
keeping it on me. I'm not walking
Yes.
around with it.
Yes. If we only get a report of purposeful misuse, then we will confiscate it. Otherwise, you are fine, and I believe you will not do that, as you are a professional.
That, and I appreciate your appreciation.
Excuse me, I have a few weapons from the medical team to store.
Oh dear.
support. 1 pistol with a large melee implement added, property of 1 Akira of medical team. A pistol weapon, property of 1 Mira of medical team. And a trident, a melee weapon of the fish person whose name escapes me and whose department I'm not completely sure of.
Valora Medical.
Valora Medical. Thank you.
Yeah. That's actually kind of impressive that she just has a trident. Like, I haven't seen one of those in ages. Or heard of one of those in ages.
From what I have heard, they are very useful for underwater combat. Tashir, do the 2 different... wait, no, this is not active. I see, never mind. I was curious if the 2 different panels activate different cameras, but no, there's just 1 camera activator.
Yeah, there seem to be different cameras per terminal. Though we could probably program it, or have someone program it to activate based on which side. So that may be a bit different work.
For now, we work what we have.
White is a very scientific color, I think. You were asking something?
Yes, I just wanted to know how to say your full name. It just sounded so interesting. I'm not familiar with your species.
My full name is Yeki Tenchu Yalahan. Gunch is simply my earned name that I earned in war and have grown fond of.
Yeki Tenchu.
Yeki Tenchu, yes.
But you said you prefer Gunch. Either way.
I found that most prefer to call me such, though I will respond to either.
Well, I mean, if it's your I suppose I should give you that respect that you deserve.
I would appreciate it.
Right. Just walking around trying to familiarize myself with the layout. Is this really the only door to security? It's kind of opposite everything.
One way in, one way out.
It is the same with medical.
Right.
Which is the opposite side. 1 in, 1 out.
It just seems like I'll probably be if should we need you, it sounds like we'll be raising you more than going to find you here, just because it's a bit out of the way. Well, I guess not really, but you know what I mean.
Well, should the event arise that you would need us, I would expect most of the crew to make their way towards security to arm themselves. A militia is nice to have, and I would prefer to have one.
Is that the expectation?
Well, you are not required to fight. I would rather everybody do what they need to do to ensure they live. But if you can make your way to security, or even medical, really the bridge is the most well-defended part of the ship. Rather, it's the part we'll be putting the most resources towards defending.
Alright. Makes sense to me. Thank you for telling me that.
Of course. Your name, if I might ask?
A researcher, Matt Lanter Pierce. You can call me Pierce. Researcher Pierce. As formal as you want, I don't really care.
Pierce? That kind of sounds like an earned name. Did you earn that one? By piercing somebody, did you?
No, I was just born with it. Sorry, it's not that interesting.
Pity. Humans and their naming conventions. I digress. You.
Well, I guess it's a
take care
little
of
lame, but it
yourselves,
sounds
please.
cool. So, yes.
It does sound
I
cool.
won't keep
You're
you.
right about that.
Right. I'll be around, I guess. Let me see. Let me see if I can get you on the. Yes. Okay. I see the security channel. Okay. I'm
Should you
good.
need
All
us,
right,
you're more than welcome to adjust your radio.
Yes. Okay. I'll see you two around.
You as
Report,
well.
Chief. Confiscated
Go ahead,
confiscated 2 sidearms from medical and personnel, and 1 larger caliber melee weapon from one of the other medicals. A trident, if you
Very
would
good.
believe.
Hello. Trident.
The person
How's
seems to be
training?
aquatic in nature, which seems it's fitting, as the weapons are known to work much better in underwater situations than your average weapon.
Can somebody bring a trident aboard our ship?
Yes, it is currently in
Indeed.
storage. They were very much very
Have you ever seen a man be killed by a trident?
I would prefer not to. But if they are ever to leave
I
the
haven't.
ship, they
I'm
might.
curious. I have seen people die in all sorts of ways.
They were very cooperative in turning it in. As were most of these medical team.
As to be expected from them. I imagine we'll get the most difficulty from science and engineering. Mostly engineering, I imagine.
Well, most of the engineering seems to, for the most with engineering, it seems to be figuring out which ones are tools and which ones are weapons.
Indeed. I, for one, am more than willing to label most of their belongings as tools.
Commander, I had a thought.
Go on.
Perhaps to better understand our fellow security members, perhaps we should go down to the training area and show what we can do.
I think you're speaking my language. I would love that.
If that is required, then I will have to bring out my main ordnance to truly show what I do.
Shall I make a notification for all
Oh, it's the other ginger.
Oh, Dallas.
Really? Rumi, what's up?
I need a reminder because not only did I forget because both the numbers were said very close proximity, but then the Krogan also had the same issue. Which one was our room?
What color I am, don't you?
3 or 2?
R3, red 3.
Yes.
Thank you.
Down the stairs. They'll be the first one on the left.
Yes, we're 3, he's 2. And when I asked him about which one he was, then he also was 3, no 2. Wait, no. That was the issue.
Or 3.
Yes, 3.
I had to help him figure out his own account information. He asked me what his account information was on so he can access the security cameras.
I see.
Why are you talking about my race right now? We're a endangered species.
Your hair simply catches the eye, that is all.
Oh, please. You're human, are you not?
I am human, yes.
Yes, we both are.
Yeah, but you know they don't understand the plight of the plight of the gingers.
What?
Apparently you don't either. R3. I'm walking away now. Continue doing my job.
All right.
I do wonder why humans do not naturally grow more vibrant colors. I don't understand how they're supposed to attract lifelong partners that way.
They're more about stealth.
Perhaps we should ask. Perhaps
and
we should
hiding
ask
rather
Officer
than
Delane.
attraction.
This is a great point.
I'd rather
Delane, come here.
face-to-face usual like that.
It is not Delane, it's Delon. O-N.
Delon.
Apologies.
I thought I had it right the first time.
That's a slow.
How does your race
I know.
show to one another that they are, how do you put it? Interesting. Available.
It's as simple as that.
Want
That
to
is-
bond eternally for the rest of their lives until death? And beyond, perhaps.
Well, for the most part, it is just long-term commitment of time, communication, and possible usage of certain gifts to indicate with what your intentions are.
I see.
In the olden days, it was
And your
rings.
hair. Your hair. I notice you've put some kind of substance in it. Have you changed it specifically with the goal in mind of attracting somebody?
No, I just believe that pointlessly cutting my hair is unnecessary, as I can just keep it out of my face with some gel.
Strange. Very strange. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but neither does a lot of these things.
I mean, it's kind of mildly the same concept as my bun. You want to keep it long, but you want it out of the way.
Mhm.
So you just...
Exactly.
I believe the adage is look good, feel good, right?
There's also that.
Mm.
I suppose. You learn something every day. Now, do we still want to go train then?
Shall we?
I believe we have the time.
Let's do it.
Oh, I would like to apologize quickly.
Listen, I don't believe.
For,
Delon, I don't believe that putting gel in your hair is any kind of strange. Don't let them fool you.
It's quite alright.
Hopefully we can find one or the other, or maybe both. Ah, there he is. I'll get him.
I guess also shooting at the thing before it shoots you is also probably a good defensive measure.
Yes.
Roll.
My hammer is a good defensive measure as well. Yes.
The chief wishes for us to have a moment in the training room to acquaint each other with our ways of combat.
Sure. I shall be there in 2 minutes.
If any of us are needed, you will get us in the security channel of the radio.
Understandable. Typically, my way of fighting is sitting all the way in the back.
He will join us in a few minutes. It seems they're already talking of combat.
It's a tool. Curious, I would have thought he would have been the first one to jump at it.
Good.
I believe it's because he's already talking about it with somebody else.
That is a firearm.
That is a little dangerous. Anyway, come along.
Yes. Roll will be joining us in a few minutes. He is apparently having a conversation of this specific
Where do we go with
idea.
this bloody ship? I'm still confused.
It's all the way on the other end.
This way.
Oh, would you like direction?
Maybe we're heading to the training facility.
I believe it was in the crew quarters, or am I
On the lower
mistaken?
deck, you require the use of the elevator to get there. The elevators can be accessed near the hangar.
Very good.
The downstairs in the
Is
crew's
the fire,
quarters
if I'm not
is the
mistaken.
main bay.
Okay. There were 2 rooms that were not for sleeping.
It should be at this end of the end of this hallway on the left.
I wonder if anyone has actually taken any of the green rooms that are inside that area. The elevator is all the way over here.
Good question.
We're all getting familiar with it. It won't be long before we know this like the back of our hands.
Warning, this elevator may not be working.
Hmm?
Oh, don't be shy.
Never mind.
I checked the elevator earlier. It works.
I will need 5 minutes. Will you tell our boss?
Alright.
I think it's because if someone was invading the ship, they would restrict their movement. But in case of an emergency, I guess it would restrict our...
Let me activate the shielding.
Beginning fight with error. No crew members within the arena.
I think you've confused the computer. Now then,
You're gonna be spar or something?
who's up first?
It seems so.
Well, Chief, you are the head. It is your choice. We follow the orders.
I was giving you all a chance to volunteer, but if you would have me choose, you two. I would like to see how you two handle yourselves, how you fight. That being said, I'm not entirely keen on either of you shooting one another. Perhaps we keep it to melee for now, hmm?
That is fun.
As you will, Commander.
Good. Now then.
That is a solid barrier you walked through.
Is it solid?
That is a solid
I
barrier.
understand where you're going, though.
Understood.
Understood.
Fisticuffs it is.
Oh, you do not have other melee weaponry on you?
You won't always have an opportunity to use your firearms and laser weapons, as it were.
My weaponry
Beginning
Delon
fight with Argyle.
is a little more direct.
Venturo.
When it comes to melee, I try to stay out of it.
If you give me a moment.
But
I'll
it
try
doesn't mean that I don't know what I'm doing.
Would you like this fight to be rolled for, or are you just going to go with the deal?
Right then,
It's up to you.
3, 2, 1, commence.
The 6 versus Ventures 1, Argyle takes advantage.
And now, Delon. See how you use that thing. One thing you should note. Sometimes your opponent might have additional tricks.
Cloaking.
Behind you.
Very good, Argyle.
Rolling for progression.
Not showing your hand to the enemy right away.
That's 15. Argyle's 9. Venturo. Put it back to even. In the fight.
Well then.
Good form.
Suppose I'll have to keep an eye on my feet.
At the end of the day, while my body might look lanky, the simple fact is that the arm is not just the only part of me that's in full form. This is mostly muscle. I have weight. There's a reason why my specialty is heavy weaponry.
Yes. Though heavy weapons can be slow.
Oh.
What happens if I get too close?
Rolling for progression. A 12 for Argyle versus Venturo's 6. Argyle will take advantage.
I believe last one is.
Defend yourself. Come on.
You're right.
It seems I'm quite rusty when it comes to melee. Where's my...
I've seen enough. If you two are done.
Commander? Well fought. That one hit really hurt.
That is the point after all.
Fight. Argyle and Venturo is now in.
Good fighting, the both of you.
Argyle,
Yes.
when you used the cloaking device, did you feel any tasing sensation?
Not at all.
Good.
What of you? How is your...
I just wanted to make sure.
Should I suspect that in the future?
No. Corroded wires that are usually recycled tend to not function properly. But it seems I did the job right.
Well done.
I see. Not quite your specialty.
If you could excuse me, I may have kicked a non-existent bookshelf.
You to go toe to toe.
I hope it gets well soon.
I imagine with those arms, it's a different story.
Is this an open lesson, sir? May I learn? Never know, and I might have to wrangle a few ruffians.
Yo, out of character, guys. How the fuck are you supposed to reload this? I might need to look up some Halo gameplay.
Don't worry, I will take a back seat. I will simply absorb the knowledge whilst you teach yours.
Very well.
Shift as I said.
Now or later. I'll leave it up to you.
What was that?
As I was telling you, this is my main form of weaponry when things get serious.
Yes, I not as keen in melee.
If that
I think
is
if
your
that
wont,
fight
then
had
very
progressed
well.
any longer, I'd believe you would have won.
I will keep it in mind.
When it comes to a ship,
Now then.
I made certain that my sidearms are both on the non-lethal variety.
That may be a bit of a problem for me, Commander. Mine are not non-lethal.
Well, there's nothing wrong with holding on to your lethal weapons, but you seemed more than capable of subduing them without any need for lethal.
I'll try my best.
Though if you would...
If it should come to that.
I would recommend getting some kind of stunning device.
You know what I mean?
Just to have it on you.
You said prison uniform.
I have
Person.
other tricks.
So I've seen. That cloaking device you had. Very clever. And very clever too to not inform your opponent that you had such a thing. A good lesson in not showing your hand.
Deception is the first form of combat. After all, the enemy that is deceived the best, or the worst, is often the one that falls.
The more misinformed, confused, disorganized your enemy, the easier time you'll have decimating them.
That is my strength, Commander. I'm sure you know. Getting behind the enemy and causing as much chaos as possible. I can disrupt their front line. It'll make it easier for you all to take them out.
Good day.
That is an invaluable skill set you have. I'll keep that in mind. Oh, it's...
I don't know what I'm thinking. Anyways.
Dallas.
Yes.
I was going to be kind and say that your name instead of...
Not right now.
Why did you introduce yourself as a... He was just trying to introduce... Never mind.
Well, it's good he's not in denial of being ginger. That's the first step in getting better. I've heard.
I have wanted to give you... You're in charge of security, correct? Gunch?
I'm not
Just kidding.
Yes,
Is that the name?
that is my name.
I don't know if you're aware or anything, done your patrols, but myself and... I'm sorry, I forgot your name. Natalia, was it?
Natalia.
Yes, I'm sorry, brain fart there. There's this thing galactic security cameras. I don't know if you're aware of how few there are and a lot of blind spots there are. I wanted to go around just to make sure where each one was, so in case you needed my services, I am as a technician, and it's my job to fix them if you need it. You would let me know and I'll go do it. So I want to go find all of them, and we've noticed that there's a lot that aren't around, so perhaps a requisition order on our next stop or something like that might be a good idea to help out.
Indeed. I am well aware of the UPA's negligence to have the entire ship monitored, every corner.
Not the UPA.
Right. Regardless, when we do make station once again, I think it would be best to get more installed. And I will come to you should
May I prioritize the reactor room?
Indeed. I can think of fewer more important places.
It is quite an
The
important
bridge.
place.
Yes.
Both the bridge and reactor are incredibly important.
Something else the
Requisition
camera
was
for the
updated.
Come again?
The airlock.
I agree. The camera for the airlock is a very good place to watch.
Indeed. Though the computer would probably inform us of an invasion through the airlock, having eyes on is invaluable.
I do not rely 100% on computers.
As you should.
Agree.
Nothing is more valuable than what you can lay your own eyes on.
No,
it's a shame that the
No, I literally just said you should. I agree with this. Coming from the tech guy.
You're a smart
I am an assistant, not a replacement. Hands-on action is encouraged by the UPA.
And the AI agrees.
Oh, good. The
UPA encouragement. Let's go.
But yes, that is. I just wanted to make that aware if you weren't. Sorry if I stepped on any toes.
You stepped on no toes. In fact, I appreciate you informing me. Might I express my gratitude?
Sure.
Wonderful.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
I don't understand.
It is custom. I'm simply expressing it.
Did the head of security just assault someone?
You could probably use that drink now.
I believe that is.
It is
No, I don't think
a typical custom.
medical pay,
Greetings, showing a large amount of
Just
thanks.
lots of air, that's all.
The
Thank you, but
niceties
yes,
of things.
A drink.
It is
Not
a
an
way
alcoholic
of...
drink,
Oh,
'cause I don't
hello.
That's not yours.
Apologies. It's not
Yes.
mine.
Let's not drink on the drink.
It gravitated to my hand.
Keep that in mind.
Apologies.
But I understand that not everybody is accustomed to these things, so I do ask before doing such things.
Thank you.
I have found
appreciate-
myself in trouble.
I appreciate asking. Don't expect me to accept next time, but yes. Thank you.
Oh no, I fully understand, but thank you for accepting my gratitude this time.
Yes. I'm leaving now.
I was delayed. Did I miss all the fighting?
You did. To be fair, only Argyle and Delon fought. But I still haven't had a chance to get a little practice in.
Would you like to go toe-to-toe, Commander?
I would like nothing more.
Well.
I am ready.
Then let's do it.
Alright, I'll activate the device once you are ready.
We are not using guns, correct?
No firearms. Hand-to-hand melee weapons are fine. I don't need one.
Beginning fight between Gunch and World. Would you like to do this via rolls, or just feel it out?
What are you feeling, Commander?
Progression rolls occasionally would be nice.
Progression rolls it is.
I then.
Beginning.
Your
With
move.
a 5 for Worrell versus Gunch's 4. Worrell will start with advantage.
That thing hits hard.
I'm trying not to impact you fully.
Don't hold back. Good to get back to this. It's been a while.
You know what? I should put my hammer away.
If you say so.
Watch the quads.
With an 11. We're done. Versus 3. Goes back to being even.
Oh, I would warn you against doing that. My head is.
You have a hard skull. Ow.
You do as well.
Years of practice. Oh, it feels good to do this again.
With a
I respect you, Commander.
Versus World's 11.
You have quite a way yourself.
Ooh.
Had enough, have you yet?
Another time, Commander.
You fight well.
You as well, Commander.
Well fought. Well fought indeed.
Get yourself to med.
Well, I guess
think I felt a crunch when I kicked you in the
That's
jaw.
why he's head of security.
The fight
I have never been headbutted so hard
is
by
over.
any other race.
Headbutting is an important part of fighting so close.
It is my thing, too.
Ooh. Feels good to let off some steam.
How are you doing today?
Who's he talking to?
That is good.
Is he alright?
I don't think so.
I didn't hit you that hard, did I?
Somebody might want to get him down to medical.
Well, there's nobody there.
But, there's a pretty rough, headbutt.
Well, there was quite a few good kicks on his chin too.
I am going to order you go down to medical, and that you escort him.
Fine.
Alright.
Fine.
I shall be returning my armaments.
You too, Commander. You're all right. I am fine. I believe his head may be harder than mine.
Yeah, stop happening.
I'm not going to ask. Venturo Delon, Venturo Delon, Venturo Delon. is the hangar. That is the... There's the second floor. And that will be... that is the kitchen. No movement in the cameras. Not right now, at least.
I'm gonna find my bunkmates to discuss a few things.
He has. Medical found their way to medical as well, seems.
That's good.
I wonder if most of the crew is getting ready to head to bed for the first time.
Possibility. Could be at the bar, which is I'm going to go check.
Oh, there is a bar? I didn't even notice that.
It's in the back of the crew quarters.
Ah.
And if I could.
Well, there everybody is.
Ah.
As I was
What kind of tech?
raised on
Oh,
South
yeah,
so I am versed in family.
Yes.
You would
I
say
mean, try something again. Please work and help.
if nearly broke the night. But the sooner younger Portuguese failed at one, such a thing will not have happened.
I'll make all of these have gravity. I don't know his name. You want that? Is that something you want?
You can instill gravity into objects?
Yes, I can.
Believe it or not, he's the most powerful individual on this ship right now.
You shiny.
Well, yeah, he takes care of it, right?
Get you anything to drink?
Yeah, I could use a drink, yes.
What?
Yes! I would like to drink.
Alright, what do you want?
What do we have?
We got sodas, we got juice, we got water, juice, maybe some liquor, or beer.
Get me a soda.
All right,
Venturo
blue,
Delon,
yellow,
Venturo Delon.
or that juicy soda thing.
Give me a yellow.
It's like
All right, yeah.
Seats over there.
against that.
Maybe grab an ice pack.
Make sure your
Yep.
foot's working
Cheers.
properly.
Oh, that's follow
Yeah.
behind
I hear you say you want out of protein. How do you like that drink?
Let's go.
My drink anyway, so
You gave a drink to a person that can't consume it.
They asked for it. Yeah, that's why I gave him a
I
small
don't know why
one.
you're laughing. You're medical. You should treat that.
I cannot remove my helmet at the moment.
Not dying.
When I am back in my room without the risk of suffocation.
Fourth dimensionally, I'm aware.
Go and do that and then come back. Let me know if you like it or not. You want to sit? I'm gonna drink.
A moment while I try to.
Yeah.
Thank you. I lost my ability to touch the drink, and it got stuck in my leg.
Beware.
Be wary of temporal distortions. May phase objects into self. Pretty ugly.
For now.
Thank
you.
I'll take one of those.
Alright, that's
Very.
Can't say it's expensive.
So how has been your first day on the ship?
It is very fortunate for you to be
No.
taking care of
It
individuals who
is okay. Tired. Not used to many people.
Jasper, do you want some?
Give it time, you will get used to it.
No. Yeah.
Mm.
I said earlier I had a nutrient block from the ship. Oh, I wonder what this guy drinks. The big guy.
Feeling better, Rocks?
Welcome.
Hard liquor. Oh,
I would like a whiskey,
big-
Olsen.
What?
Hurt
Who?
your head?
Dallas.
Alright.
Is that a kind of drink?
I
Whiskey Olsen?
see.
I can say we experienced
Sounds like an asshole.
where that is. There you go.
Whiskey sour, but with a person's name.
Thank you.
More mysterious blue
Or no,
liquid.
maybe some more.
It's not really a close thing.
Well, he did have a
Turn my back towards
spar
the
with the head of security, Rock. He got kicked quite a few times in the head.
I just had an idea for like drinks. You know?
Gunch gave me a concussion.
I see.
How long do your species usually live?
Why? And you wanted alcohol? That was a horrible idea.
Yes, can I have it? Can I have another?
No, you can have some
an ice
water.
bracket, it's fine.
Drink some water.
Why are people drinking so
Why does it have this
in the freaking expedition?
Do I look like a toddler?
Hasn't been even day.
You've been doing this for
Hasn't even been.
2 hours. And already security's
Not even half day.
Oh,
We're having a spar.
A grown-up mug.
Right, okay.
Thank you.
I'm looking for you.
See, when I heard them say they were going into the training room to get acquainted, I thought what they meant was
Our
talk.
Our lacking trash.
No, the science team talks. The security does.
It's over here.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, yeah, there's one over there.
I thought you guys were just gonna talk. I didn't know you guys were.
Need to have one behind bar. Would be helpful.
Yeah.
That's a language.
Hello, follower.
Sure.
There you go.
Interesting.
These are so good they run out by the time you're like starting to enjoy them. There
We
you go.
have injured already.
No, I feel like the flavor runs out by the time you get to the end.
Those nipple lids are waterproof.
the backwash?
So it doesn't spill everywhere.
Just concussion from
Yeah, the
I have finished my drink. Can I have some
Oh,
more?
the drink at the bottom.
Unless like anyone from Medical here,
Excuse me.
Yeah. Smart.
Excuse me,
idea.
doctor. Can you ask the bartender for a glass of whiskey for me?
Please don't.
While having concussion, alcohol isn't recommended.
70%
I am fine.
sugar in it.
We've had individuals reach the age of
It also has a lot of sodium for preservatives.
My
In
glass is
a soda.
You ever seen what those things can do to batteries?
Make sure not to have a lot of alcohol with
Yeah.
concussion.
Good thing I don't have any
One or
batteries.
two
I've seen what they can do to a keyboard.
tops of that
Your heart
size
can have a battery.
should be
Even sure
okay.
if that
Don't get too
individual
intoxicated.
Sparky.
revitalization.
Yeah,
I
but
promise.
actually more like
I have 2 stomachs, 2
more
livers,
like
2
your brain's
kidneys.
more like the battery,
2
your
4
heart's
lungs.
like the capacitor.
I have double everything. My tolerance is
Fair.
Hey,
I
no
cannot reach
fire on
that
the
high.
ship.
Point still stands.
That's all that.
I'm sorry, say it again.
Down.
Point still stands.
Sorry, I got a
Okay.
little bit too much on my hand on that one.
I shall listen to you, doctor. I promise.
This brings me back to
Don't
I have been
want
cleared by
frostbite.
medical.
I'm watching
Serve me
you.
the
Has he
whiskey.
been cleared by medical? Has he been cleared to drink?
This is Argyle Cross.
No.
Setting out for the
Should be
evening.
fine. Stop him after 2.
See?
Just 2.
I get you.
Hey, she already had 1.
Okay.
They meant bottles.
Have a good night, Argyle.
No.
No cups.
No cups.
Well, we don't know if they were receiving any specific treatments for.
I do not
Please, I
have
don't
the
want
same
to-
physiology as humans.
The idolization.
Mhm.
Your last one.
I would suggest sipping
It's
it.
still difficult.
Take it all in. Enjoy it. Get the smoothness of
Most
it.
of us don't live past our 200th.
I still have major brain issues later down the road.
Did you do it to me?
Make it last. Oh.
We are
No, it was
very,
empty. It was empty.
But there's still some.
There's still some spills from the leftovers.
It's not an
The
escape.
search
It's not
for
we try to avoid it.
Thank you.
Dallas.
Someone else?
It just happens.
It's time.
Sometimes there's a disagreement and it's settled with the
What is this?
Mug.
for a fight.
On 3.
Usually one ends up killing the other.
And are we fist bumping?
No.
Oh.
Most of us don't live.
On 3.
On 3.
Oh.
And given the fact that you're
Rock,
not allowed to
paper,
participate in
scissor,
politics
shoot.
after 200, it's a
Right,
small-
again.
There's a way to do this. There's another way to do this where we turn around. Pick.
Alright.
Alright.
Ready. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Ah!
Understood.
What was this for?
Top bunk. I'll be going to the bottom bunk then.
I got the top bunk.
By all standards,
Have a good night, you all.
an individual who we feel as though is ready to move on, or has moved
Yep.
on.
Excuse me.
You're fine.
Back to the front lines. Won't make the same mistakes again, though. Like, sort of it.